Hermantown City Council meeting, April 19th, 2021, 6:30 PM. We are going to call the meeting to order. Normally at this time, we do the Pledge of Allegiance, but due to our Zoom meetings, we're going to forego that this evening. Bonnie, would you call roll, please?
Counselor Geisler,
Here.
Hoschild,
Here.
Nelson,
Here.
Peterson,
Here.
Mayor Boucher.
Here.
And for those of you wondering what's going on tonight, the mayor is out of town and he's asked me to chair the meeting. So be patient with me. I don't do this as often as the mayor. So we will do announcements at this time. So Mayor Boucher, do you have any announcements?
I do not.
Councilor Nelson,
No announcements.
Councilor Peterson,
None at this time.
Councilor Housechild?
Nope.
And no announcements for me either. No public hearings tonight. Communications, Mr. Mulder, do we have any communications to report?
Not on the agenda, but we did include the list in your packet.
All right. So this is the time for public discussion. There'll be other opportunities for public discussion as the matters come to order. But right now, this is for public discussion for anything that's not on the agenda this evening. So if anybody is zooming in and they want to make any public comments, now would be the time. Second call for any public discussion. And hearing none, we will move on to the consent agenda. And with that, we'll look for a motion on the consent agenda.
Motion to approve, Peterson.
Second, Boucher.
All right, we have a motion by Councilor Peterson and a second by Mayor Boucher. Mayor's jumping in because he doesn't get to do that very often. So do we normally run through the comments even on the, no. All right, so we are going to call for roll on the consent agenda.
Counselor Hoschild,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye.
All right, we will move on to ordinances. This is ordinance 2021-03. Ordinance amending Hermantown Code of Ordinances by adding a new section 850 speed limits. This is the first reading. We will be having the second reading and taking action on this ordinance at the May 3rd meeting. Moving on to resolutions. Item A, 2021-50, resolution approving in addition to the city handbook broadband policy. I'll look for a motion in a second.
Motion to approve, Nelson. Second, Peterson.
All right, thank you. We have a motion by Councilor Nelson and a second by Councilor Peterson. With that, Mr. Mulder, we will look for you for an explanation of this resolution.
So this broadband policy is something new for the city, and it is there for two reasons. One is this provides the framework for us to give a grant to MediaCom with a grant that they have to expand broadband in the western part of the city. But it also creates a task force so that we can give grants out to future providers and future grants to expand broadband. The tasks of the broadband task force are listed there. It includes doing kind of an inventory of what's available in terms of the infrastructure, an inventory of the providers, and determining what areas are either unserved or underserved. And our hope is that we'll create this task force in the next month or so with names, and then their work would be concluded by December 31st, 2024.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mulder. At this time, we'll look for any questions or comments that the council might have. Mayor Boucher, any comments?
Nothing from me.
Councilor Nelson,
Happy to see this happening.
Councilor Peterson,
I agree. Happy to see this continue to move forward in conversation and process. Other than that, I'm good.
Counselor Housechild.
Counselor Geisler, this is Mr. Wickland. There's some connectivity issues that Counselor Housechild's dealing with, so he won't be able to weigh in, but he will be able to vote via chat, and I'll make sure to say that out loud when he does that.
Thank you. And no comments by myself. At this time, it's for public comment relative to resolution 2021-50. So if there's any public that would like to make comment on that, now would be the time. Anyone looking for public comment on 2021-50? Hearing none, we will move on. Any further explanation, Mr. Mulder, on anything?
No.
Okay, with that, Bonnie, we will look for a call of the vote.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Housechild,
He says yes.
Counselor Housechild votes yes via the chat.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye.
All right, thank you. I love flexibility by all. All right. Next, we're moving on to resolution 2021-51, a resolution approving an amendment to the city handbook regarding residential road improvement program special improvement policy. We'll look for a motion in a second.
So moved. Boucher.
Second, Peterson.
All right, thank you. We have a motion by Boucher with a second by Peterson. Mr. Mulder?
So back in 2019, the city adopted the road improvement program special assessment policy. And we've gone through that process now in 2020. We are in that process for
Everyone will stand by. We lost the feed from the council chambers. Joe is walking in there.
Yep, thanks. A little bit of connectivity issues and some power surges going on here at City Hall, so we'll operate this off of my laptop.
Okay.
So should I speak loudly or? All right. Complete with your explanation, Mr. Mulder?
yes.
Yes, all right. At this point, we'll move on to council comments. Mayor Boucher, any comments?
Nothing. Thank you.
Nelson,
No comment.
Councilor Peterson,
Did you say Peterson? I think, John, I'm having a very hard time hearing you, but did you say
yes,
no comment or question? I think that's what you're asking for.
all right,
And Grant says he has no comment.
all right. And no comments for myself. At this time, we'll look for any public discussion relative to resolution 2021-51. Is there anybody that would like to make public comment? We apologize for any connectivity issues, but any public comment relative to resolution 2021-51? Hearing none, we'll continue on. Any other discussion, Mr. Mulder?
No.
All right, with that, we'll call for a roll, please.
Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Housechild,
Aye. Via
No.
chat.
Nelson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Excuse me. We will continue on to resolution 2021-52, a resolution approving change order number 6 for sewer improvement district number 448. Look for a motion and a second, please.
Motion to approve, Peterson.
Second Nelson.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion by Councilor Peterson with a second by Councilor Nelson. Mr. Mulder? like to explain this resolution?
This change order is to
To-
extend. Okay, hang on just a second. So we're still looking like you're using your camera. Okay.
We're back on.
Okay, so now we're back on the Zoom call in the council chambers as opposed to just Joe's laptop. So this change order is to extend the sewer trunk line just enough so that will stay within the existing easement, but we'll get it out from underneath the trail so that at some point in time later, we want to extend sewer up to Oak Ridge Drive. We could do that without having to disturb the trail. So that's this change order.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions by council members? Mayor Boucher?
Just a comment that this is very good forward thinking and I appreciate this.
Councilor Nelson?
Oh, I agree.
Councilor Peterson?
Complete agreement.
Councilor Housechild? We'll look for the thumbs up there. And no comments by myself other than, yes, it's good forward thinking. So at this point, we'll look for any public discussion regarding this matter. Resolution 2021-52. Change order number 6 for sewer improvement district number 448. One more time, looking for any public discussion relative to resolution 2021-52. So hearing none, any further information, Mr. Mulder?
No,
All right. Roll call, please.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Housechild,
It says aye.
Counselor
Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on, resolution 2021-53, resolution providing the issuance, sale, and delivery of $3,860,000 general obligation improvement and refunding bonds, series 2021A, and awarding the sale thereof.
Motion to approve, Peterson.
Second, Nelson.
All right, we have a motion by Councilor Peterson with a second by Councilor Nelson. And Mr. Mulder, you want to explain this resolution?
yeah, so as we had discussed earlier and as we had discussed at the pre-sale report back about a month or so ago, this is to finance the road improvement project on Levesque Junction this year. And we're also refinancing some bonds, some previous bonds. It's a very good rate. We're actually able to lower the amount from just by $175,000. And so this is a good bond sale for the city.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll look for any questions or comments. Mayor Boucher,
None for me.
Councilor Nelson,
No comment.
Councilor Peterson,
No comment.
Councilor Housechild,
He says none.
none.
9.
No comments for myself either. Now is the time for any public discussion relative to resolution 2021-53. If there's anybody that would like to make public comment on this, now would be the time. Hearing none, we'll move on. Any follow-up discussion, Mr. Mulder?
No.
All right, roll call, please.
Counselor Housechild,
He says aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye,
Mayor Boucher.
Aye.
motion carries. That is the end of our business for tonight. Entertain a motion for recess.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mayor Boucher, and I don't know who the second. was.
Natalie,
Natalie.
Peterson,
Yep.
Yes.
Sorry. Didn't mention that.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries and meeting adjourned, meeting recessed. So thank you all for attending.
Thank you for your.
Well
Thank you.
done,
Grant-
John.
All right, thank you.
Grant says thanks for dealing with his tech issues.
You got it.
And everybody, thanks for your flexibility while we juggled some technology here at City Hall. Thank
Nice-
you very much.
Nice
everybody.
job, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for your ability to juggle, Joe.
What we do best.
Bye.